Hello everyone, it's Jean at Kept in Stitches, and yes, it is Tuesday and I am here for my Tip Demo Tuesday. So welcome everyone. I'm happy to have you here joining me in the stitching cottage. So come on in, let's see what I have for you this evening for Tip Demo Tuesday, which today is going to be kind of a little bit of a combination of the two, because in my Facebook group we have a quilt along going on, as many of you have seen, for the Citizen Salute to Veterans Flag Quilt. And I have a few things to go over this evening for that, because we are going to be getting started on Friday with that quilt along. So there are some things that those of you that have decided that you are doing that quilt along in my Facebook group, which, by the way, if you don't already know, my Facebook group is Friends of Kept in Stitches Quilting Stitching Bee, and the link for that is always in the description box below this video. So if you are interested in joining that group, quilting along on this quilt along, please be sure and click that link. There's a few questions that you have to answer, and you have to agree to the rules, and you'll be able to get into my Facebook group, Friends of Kept in Stitches Quilting Stitching Bee, and see everything that goes on in there and join us in there as well. So with that in mind, let me go on first. I did complete the sample quilt for our quilt along. Just to let you know, it is a sample quilt, just so you can see it finished. I will also be making another one along with you in the quilt along. This is a rather large quilt, so I'm going to have to hold it up in sections for you to see. There is a picture of it that you can see better in the Facebook group as well. But as you can see, there is the big star, and then of course it goes all the way across with the chevron stripes, and they go all the way down. I think you can probably see the bottom there now, and underneath the blue section as well, which in my sample I did use more than the three different reds that they call for, because it's a scrappy quilt, so use as many as you want. You can, as with your white fabrics also, which I have a combination of white and cream in mine. So, but it is a beautiful quilt, and it does seem a little larger than what you think. But before I fold this all up, I do want to show you the back side, just so you know when you get to this part that most of the seams on this, because of construction, are pressed open. The seams that aren't is when I was pressing the actual row sections together. Those I did press to one side so that I could butt them. And of course, the individual rows themselves are all quilted, not quilted, are all pressed going to the bottom section of the quilt, so that they are all pressed the same way. But I'm going to fold this up and get this out of our way and go on to the next thing that I have to show you. And that is that I mentioned that because we will be starting Friday, and you've already had plenty of time that the pattern has been in the file section for you to download and print and select your fabrics. You should have your fabrics selected by now, and I know many of you have. There are a few of you that have just washed yours, are getting them ironed and prepared, and there's a few that are still shopping for your fabrics. But we hope that you will all have your squares cut by Friday, and these are the blues on the back. But all my squares are cut for the next quilt, except for I am going to be doing the star section just a little bit different, I think. I haven't totally made up my mind on that yet. But so you should have that done by Friday, so that you are ready to start on the next step then. And this fabric laying there is actually for the binding of the one that I just finished. And what I did a little while ago is, because I don't always have room for everything out in my stitching cottage, I did have to run over to, I don't run, I limp, hobble, whatever you want to call it, over to my husband's workshop that is out back. And I had to go through, I have a bunch of Americana type backings. As you can see, they're quite heavy, so let me put those back down. But I went over and grabbed those because I'm going to need a backing for the quilt that I'm on currently, and one for the next one, which this is a dark blue. Beautiful, it would work with it, but I'm not going to use that one on this one. We also have let me see, it is President of the United States, has some eagles and some flags and that type of thing on it. There is enough fabric on that one, but because it is a darker beige, I won't be using it on that either. We have this one that says, oh, what else it got on? It's got all American, freedom, liberty, patriotic, USA, what does that say? America the Beautiful, all kinds of sayings on it. I won't be using it on this one either. This one I will probably save for one of the ones that I do out of my Civil War era fabrics, because that is what this is. This one is beautiful stars, and I'm thinking I may be using it on the one that I will be quilting along with you. That may be the backing for that one. I'm going to set that up there because I think it probably will be. And I think I may have gotten these. Oh, that was supposed to go with this one. Yes. So I guess I haven't totally decided, because I might use a combination of the two, the stars, and then this one I love because it says, I am but a servitor of the people. My duty is to those who to the best of my ability. It's kind of got part of the oath and everything on it, but it's a great one. And I was thinking I might do a combination of those two. I'm not sure yet. And then we have this beautiful striped one. And we have this one that is the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States, is what that says on there. I'm going to set that up there because this one kind of goes with the other one. But then we also have this one, and you can see it is squares. I'm going to turn around just a minute because it's upside down for me to read. But it says, God bless America, land that I love. It's got the little flag on it. And it says it's red for love and it's white for law. And it's blue for the hope that our forefathers saw of larger liberty. And I think those are that repeats itself throughout it. But I'm thinking this may be the one that I use for the one that I just completed. I think that would be good with that, because this one's a little light, but it says, what does it say? Duty, honor, loyalty, service, that type of thing. But that is another one, and I think that goes better with the stripe. So I am thinking that it will probably be this one, hoping that I have enough that it will work. I will see. If not, I will just blend something else that I have in with it to make it work. But that is the one that will be going with the one that I just finished for the backing. Haven't decided exactly how I'm going to quilt it yet. I could do ruler work in the stripes to kind of go along with that, or a little, curved line through there to make it look like it's waving, even flapping and waving even more in the wind. Or I may do an all over feather pattern on it. I haven't Haven't totally decided that yet, but that is pretty much, I think, what I wanted to share with you today. Because of, like I said, the Quilt Along coming up in the group, and making sure that we're all on the same page and you know where you should be, so you will be ready Friday when I drop your next assignment for the Quilt Along in the group. And there may be also, which there pretty much certainly will be, either a live or a recorded video for some of the things that you will need to do on that. But basically, in my tip demo Tuesday, week before last, or last week, you already got some of that information, if you remember, and you saw that. So I think, other than that, I'm still working on Long Time Gone now. I had to finish the sample quilt first before I could work on that, but you'll be seeing some more tips as I work on Long Time Gone, and things that I come up that may be little things that you might want to know to make your piecing of your small piece quilts, the challenging ones, a little easier for you. So make sure that if you haven't subscribed, you hit that subscribe button, click on that bell so that you get notifications when I drop new videos or when I go live, so there isn't anything that you will miss that you may find that will make your stitching life easier. And just to see what's going on in the stitching cottage, which I will be showing more and having my thing more related to following along on my journey of what goes on in the stitching room. So be sure and subscribe so that you can take that journey with me, maybe learn a few things, maybe share a few things with me. I'm always open to learning new things also, and just have a great time with our stitching together. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a great time. Share the video out to your friends, and I will see you again soon. And until then, remember, I can keep you in stitches. Bye-bye.